Hi, I'm Laura. On my 30th birthday, I set out to explore what this decade of life means and how best to celebrate it. I knew I was not the only one thinking about life differently at this age. I invited friends from all around the world to share their own experiences on life in our 30s. I never imagined such an overwhelmingly positive response. I'm no expert, but just like you, I'm living through the inspiration, insights, and issues we explore in the coming pages, and I'm happy to be your confidant as we help those of us who dreaded our 30s to see them as a time of self-discovery and growth. I wrote this book along with more than 30 friends as an invitation to start a conversation. Please join us.
The Eternal Transition. JT Gautreau, 34, Dominican. We are prisoners in the present, locked in eternal transition between our past and our future. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Before I introduce myself, I wanted to quote Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, the American astrophysicist, because it's incredibly relevant to my life, but also relevant to yours. Yes, you reading this right now. You are no longer in your 20s, but not yet in your 40s. My name is JT, and I'm a 34-year-old singer-songwriter from the sunny and beautiful Dominican Republic. I currently live in Vienna, Austria, where the never-ending supply of schnitzels, wursts, and beer is a constant threat to my weight, especially now that I'm in my 30s. But I didn't start off as a singer-songwriter, even though I've been playing instruments since I was a child. Like many children from third-world countries, you must study business, law, medicine, or engineering. Otherwise, you are boycotting your future. But we'll get to that soon. I had a wonderful childhood filled with love, attention, and the occasional smack in the ass by my mother, and lots of toys. I was raised as an only child. You see, own horn tooting alert, a normal, non-spoiled one, I would like to believe. My mother is a surgeon, my father a psychology major, marketing master, and both of them are also politicians. I know, I ask myself the same question. How did I end up a singer-songwriter in Vienna? As a teenager, I was always playing music, writing lyrics, humming songs, drawing marker tattoos all over my body, and vicariously living through my favorite band's music videos. Yet, I never really thought about dedicating my life to music, not in the real world at least. Even though, in my imagination, I was a rock star. After school, I went to university and majored in marketing. And that was it. Adulthood had begun and my dreams got locked in a closet somewhere near my guitar. I graduated with honors and flew to Spain to complete a master's degree in advertising. My mom was proud. But while in Spain, I started playing guitar again and recording some music, and it became very clear to me what I wanted to do with my life. I called my mother and told her I was going to finish the master's program, but I was going to play music and write songs for a living. As you might expect, a huge argument followed, which led to her breaking off communications for some days, but I was determined. She later understood and ever since has been my number one supporter. I then completed a graduate degree in audio production and a postgraduate degree in audio engineering in Barcelona. I recorded my first album in 2012 titled Hay Veces. It was a compilation of songs in Spanish and it was a fantastic experience. Seeing my work and concept materialize in the form of a CD was something else. In 2013, I married a beautiful Polish girl and we moved to Vienna because of a job opportunity. And in 2014, I recorded my first album with all songs in English titled Crossing. I have been gigging all over the place since. Now that I've told you a bit about my story, I would like to talk to you about growth, the past, the present, and the future. For a while, I was haunted by regret. I regretted not devoting myself 100% to music earlier on. I regretted the years I invested acquiring various degrees in business that I was not making any use of. I even regretted not putting my wishes and desires ahead of anything or anyone else. But as Dr. deGrasse Tyson says, I am in the transition between my past and my future. I've learned to let go of regret and realize that the only thing you can change is the present, and every day you should work towards the things that make you happy, even if you have to do some things that you don't like. Eventually, as time moves on, you'll be left with the good memories and the joyous moments. Plus, I wouldn't be where I am or think the way I think if it weren't for everything that I did and did not do. I learned this a long time ago, but only in my 30s have I achieved enough maturity to understand it and embrace it. JT Gautreau is a Dominican-born singer-songwriter now living in London. His music is hugely inspired by pop melodies and hooks, modern beats, and Latin Caribbean vibes, and his style and sound can be described as unique, complex, dark, and high energy.
Thanks for listening. This essay was originally published in my book In Our Thirties, narrated today by the wonderful Sania Sala, whose voice brings these reflections to life. Thanks to each one of the contributors who shared their stories and made me accountable to share mine. They deserve a place on your shelf and in your heart. Find In Our Thirties at your favorite online bookstore. Links are in the show notes. And if you know someone who needs to hear this one, send it to them today. They will thank you. Subscribe and follow along. New essays are coming. I'm Laura. Until next time.